Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today we are going to take a look at an automotive tool for exotic cars. This is called a LaRA computer, and it is used to diagnose or troubleshoot early Lamborghini makes and models, which include the Gallardo and Murcielago. It is also very useful to perform regular checkups as well as carry out a lot of maintenance items and even change the way your vehicle performs and handles. The system itself is basically a pretty old Panasonic CF52 laptop computer which still runs Windows XP. Parts for this laptop are easily obtained through sites like eBay or Craigslist and are extremely cheap. However, to buy a system like this can easily cost you more than $10,000, and it's simply because of the fact that it runs Lamborghini's proprietary diagnostic software called LaRA. With this system you can perform many functions such as ECU identification, so that includes the part number, software version and status, read and erase fault codes, perform an e-gear snap to read the remaining clutch life, program the ABS and ESP control units on Gallardos, program the e-gear after a new clutch has been installed, so that includes pump bleeding as well as reading and writing clutch functions, set and adjust the e-gear PIS value, more on that later, perform a soft top calibration for Gallardo spiders, and many more. When it comes to the required cables to connect the computer to your vehicle, the most important one is this one called the basic XS cable. This cable is required for every single Gallardo and Murcielago except for the 2002 through 2007 Murcielagos. Next up is this one called the gray cable. This cable is used in conjunction with the basic XS cable to service the 2008 Murcielago as well as the pre-LP Gallardos, so the model years 2004 through 2008. Up next is this cable called the black cable. This cable is used in conjunction with the basic XS cable to service the 2009 and 2010 Murcielagos, as well as the LP Gallardos, which are the model years 2009 all the way till 2014. The last cable I want to cover is this one called the K-line adapter. It is the only cable you will need to work on the 2002 through 2007 Murcielagos. To work on e-gear related issues, you will simply dial the knob to airbag for some reason. It is also used for the 2008 through 2010 Murcielagos to service any ABS or airbag issues. Okay guys, so we are now in the garage and we are about to test the LaRA computer on my personal vehicle. Let me show you what vehicle we are going to be working with. So this is the car that we are going to be working with. This is a 2007 Lamborghini Gallardo Coupe. As you can see, I have the initial D theme on this car because this is one of my favorite anime shows. And yeah, we're going to be testing this LaRA system and going through some of the functions, and then you will be able to see what you can do with it. So for my particular vehicle, we are going to be using the following cable combination. We are going to be using the basic XS cable as well as the gray cable. The gray cable again is for pre-LP models, so that is 2004 through 2008, Coupe as well as Spider. Alright, finally in the car. It's not that easy with a 6-point roll cage built into this thing, so it took a couple minutes to get ready, but we are all plugged in. I'm going to show you now what you can do with the system. Okay, so we are now in the LaRA software, and I want to show you first what vehicles you can actually work on. And here we have the Coupe model year 04 through 08, so that's pre-LP. We have the Spider 06 through 08, that's also pre-LP. Then we have the LP 560 model year 2009 and 2010. We have the Coupe LP 550, 560, 570 model year 2009 and 2010. We have Murcielago model year 2004 through 2007, Murcielago LP640 model year 2008, and Murcielago LP640, 650, 670 model year 09 through 010. So the first thing we have to do is select our vehicles. So this is a 2007 Coupe, so we will select 04 through 08. And the first thing we want to do is go into automatic mode and have the computer read the VIN number as well as everything else the system will know about the vehicle. All right, now that we've read the VIN number, we can hit next. And here is everything that the system allows you to do. So this is pretty cool. You can do an e-gear snap. This will tell you how much clutch life you have left. You can figure out what ECUs you're using currently, what the software version is. You can run through your fault codes. So if you have a check engine light and you have only access to a generic code reader, this will actually give you exactly the information that you need to figure out what's wrong. And you can also use it to program new keys, do a general setup of the ECUs, and lots of other things. But the majority of the functionality will be in the different mode called analysis mode. But for this purpose here, let's do an e-gear snap, and this will basically tell me how much clutch life I have left. Okay, so the snap just finished, and here we have the information that we are looking for. So self-calibrated clutch position closed is 17.9 millimeters, and clutch position closed as when new is 16.9. So the difference is 1 millimeter. So the way the math works on this is that a new clutch basically has a thickness of about 5.6 millimeters. So if it is worn by 1 millimeter, you basically have to do 1 divided by 5.6, and this will give you 0.117. So your clutch is worn by 17%, so you have 83% left if you have these numbers that I have. So as we scroll through this e-gear snap here, you will see that there's a lot of other information being generated, and this will give you everything you need to know about the internals of your vehicle. So I'm going to post a link in the video description to a document that will show you exactly what every single value means, what it stands for, and why it's important. So one thing I wanted to show you before I leave this page here is line item 20. So this is the PIS value. PIS stands for point of initial slip. It's currently set to 0095, which is a hex value. And what this measurement means, or basically tells, is how soft or harsh your clutch is currently set. So if you want a a different engagement in the clutch, if you want it harsher or if you want it softer, you can adjust this value. And for that, we will have to be in analysis mode. So I'm going to show you how to change the value in case this is something you're interested in. So in order to change the clutch engagement point, you have to be in the analysis mode, e-gear, and click on the File Explorer on the top and select the correct DRA file. So I'm currently at 95. So what I want to do, if I want to have a harsher engagement point, I would choose a smaller number like 94. And if I want a softer clutch engagement point, I would choose a higher number like 96. A harsher clutch engagement point will give you a longer clutch life, but it will be harsher. So I'm going to change it to a softer clutch engagement point. And one important thing to remember is if you do this, you have to do one number at a time, so only in one increments at a time, because it does change the behavior drastically, I would say. And always make sure that you do this procedure on a cold clutch. Okay, so you hit open, and as soon as you hit OK, the system will adjust the clutch, and then we will do another e-gear snap to confirm that the new value has been applied. All right, let's do it. Okay, so the procedure just finished. Now all we have to do is go back into automatic mode and run an e-gear snap, and then basically just compare the numbers, line item 20, and see if the new value has been applied. So the new clutch snap has been completed just now, and now we're going to go to line item 20, and here, as you can see, it is 96. And we are going to check real quick on the old clutch snap, and here we see that it was at 95. So it looks like the clutch PIS adjustment has been successful. I now have a softer clutch engagement point. So the next item I wanted to cover is ECU Flash Programming. And I'm not sure if you guys know, but there's a special Gallardo model. It's called the Superleggera, which uses a slightly different ECU software, which makes the car drive a little bit more violent. And I think it also has more horsepower and leads to just better overall performance. And what you can do with a system like this, you can actually flash that very same software onto your non-Superleggera Gallardo. And in order to do that, you have to be, again, in analysis mode under E-Gear. And then you have to go to Flash Programming. And from there, from the configuration dropdown, you will select this file. This is the file 086927156S, S standing for Superleggera. So once you select that and you select your current setting, you will then have a vehicle that will perform or feel at least like a Superleggera without having to pay the extra money for it. So the last item I wanted to show you is the eGear self-learning procedure. This procedure basically allows the eGear system to be recalibrated if either the control unit or the entire system has been replaced. However, if you have your own LaRA computer, you can use this procedure to recalibrate your clutch whenever you feel that it started to slip. So the recalibration procedure will run through all the gears, including reverse, in order to read the current calibration for each gear, and will then adjust the values automatically to how it was when the clutch was basically brand new. So in order to do that, you go to analysis mode in E-Gear, and then you basically select from the drop-down on the top the file, which is called self-learning underscore E-Gear underscore Gallardo. So let's see where it's at. Right here. Okay, so once you open that and once you hit OK, you will see that the system will go through all the gears like I just explained. And when this procedure is finished, you will see that the clutch basically behaves just like when it was just installed and brand new. So this was pretty much everything I wanted to show you in this video. There's so many functions on this computer, so I can't really go through all of them. But if you're a do-it-yourself enthusiast and you have a Lamborghini and you want to cut back on your repair cost, which is a big factor in owning a car like this, it's great to have a tool like that that will tell you exactly what's wrong with your car or catch any issues before they become bad. So if you have a system like this, you can basically diagnose your vehicle yourself. So if you ever drop it off to a mechanic and they try to tell you a bunch of nonsense what the car needs, you will know right away because you've done your own testing with your own system. One thing I wanted to tell you that is important is if you do use this on your vehicle, do not power it through the AC adapter. Always run the computer through the battery. That is because if you ever have any electrical issues while you're working on your vehicle, it could basically a current could travel through the power cord into your vehicle computer and basically cause a bunch of damage. So always run the system off the battery, never run it directly from the AC adapter, okay? So that is it. If you can get a hand on your system like that, do it. Absolutely worth it. In my case, I basically besides doing my own work, I also formed a partnership with a shop and they sometimes rent the system from me and basically we split the profit. And yeah, it's been really great. I make a lot of connections just by having it and I can help a lot of people who don't have access to the dealer or just just want to avoid dealerships because they charge so much more. And yeah, so all in all, I can recommend getting one, and I hope you found this video informative. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, peace guys.